Hey guys, it's coreross, and today we're doing some Rainbow Six Siege speculation. Now, you might have noticed that we've had a battle pass in Rainbow Six Siege, and it went on for a week. The rewards in it are pretty boring, they're charms, but they actually reveal something that matches up with what we've seen at the beginning of the year that seems to be more parts in a bigger mystery. So we're going to take a look at the different parts we have in this mystery and try and figure out some theories for what it might be. So to begin with, let's start with the airline ticket. This is one of the charms you can get. Now, this is not the first time we've seen this ticket. We've seen this ticket in the Hammer and Scalpel cinematic. It is the same ticket going to the same location, which is Athens, Greece. Now, back then when I was going and doing a little kind of breakdown of that, I thought maybe this is a teaser of Greek operators potentially in year 5. Because of course we had the roadmap, but it didn't show any Greek operators for year 4. So it was a little bit odd, a little bit interesting. Back then it was definitely a bit of an Easter egg. And here's a quick recap of what I said back in February of this year, when I was originally breaking down this board. Just a big teaser for Assassin's Creed, or maybe we're looking at a Greek operator in year 5 if they decide to think far enough ahead for that. But since then, of course, we haven't really thought too much about it because it might have just been a random location they picked in order to have it all kind of come together. Whereas now we actually have that ticket showing up again with Athens on it, which again seems to link into something to do with Greece. So could that be year 5 operators? Well, there seems to be more to it. We also have this. So this is the recordings that Harry makes when talking to other operators or just doing his work in general as the leader of Rainbow Six. Now, we can see that he's got the program and it says, is something the world has never seen a tournament of champions. Now, of course, we got the champion rank this year, so maybe that's just kind of tying into that. But then we got Stadium Restore, then we've got Team Constitution and TRM Rules. Now, if we go back and actually have a look at the airline ticket, it actually says on the text at the left there, this is not a plane ticket, it's an invitation to a front row seat for the future of Rainbow. I call it the program. You may well call it home. That is weird. Definitely weird. So it's an invitation to somewhere, and if it's going to Greece, it's an invitation to Greece in Athens. Now, if we take a look at the other charm, it's Harry's life. Of course, this is a Lord of the Rings reference, and he is apparently a Grand Master when it comes to like D&D. Now, it says, and I'm taking this text with the same kind of basic way I'm taking the rest of it, that all of this is all connected to one thing, and whatever that may be, I don't know. So it says, a Grandmaster can see dozens of moves ahead when he looks at the board. I try to look through to the next game, and this touchstone is my time machine. Now, I do wonder, he is, saying the next game. We do know there's a Rainbow Six Siege game coming. It's going to have to do with, of course, infections and kind of tying in probably with Outbreak. Now, let's go back to Harry's board. So this was released in high resolution not long after the CG was released at the beginning of the year. And of course we took it all apart back then. And this bit is what I'm going to go back to. It's the Project R6 vision. Now at the time I thought this might be a tease of year 5 operators. Or I thought it's probably just like a nice little Easter egg kind of linking in with Assassin's Creed, which was at the time based in Greece. Now, with this added information we're seeing of Harry definitely going to Athens, we see him in a plane in the battle pass artwork. So all of it seems to be a little mini story where he is definitely, we had that cinematic, he had the plane ticket, the battle pass, he's now in the plane flying, and presumably he's going to land at some point. It is the slowest goddamn plane in the world. He's flying from London to Athens, and it looks like it might take him over a year. But certainly it's playing out a little mini story where he is apparently going to Athens for something big, where it's got to do with a stadium, and it's got to do with some sort of tournament, and something else. Now, there's other bits of this board we can take apart that might well connect into this. We've got this. This didn't connect to anything when we first seen it. I was like, what the hell is this? 5 weeks, it's feasible. I may have 6 operators. So week 1, selection. Week 2 to 3, scenarios. Week 4, break and final prep. interesting, and this kind of feels like this actually might tie into whatever this is that they're up to. And it says asset forfeiture can bankroll the initiative, might as well put the White Mask bank accounts to good use. So that mentions scenarios. Now, if we actually take a look at the other side of the board, there's a post-it note that says scenario 14, TRC infection. Now, this is posted above Truth and Consequences, New Mexico. This is where Outbreak took place. And considering it says scenario 14, I'm starting to think, does that mean that Outbreak was fake? It didn't actually happen. It was just a training scenario for the operators, something different for them to do. And does that mean that also Quarantine, the new Rainbow Six game, might also be one of these scenarios that Harry has dreamt up to train his operators? And just putting all this together, we've obviously got the program, which according to Harry is the future of Rainbow Six. We have initiatives, we have things with limited operators going, we have the setup of 5 weeks, which means there's going to be 1 week of selection, 2 or 3 weeks of scenarios, and then week 4 break and final prep. So what is all this? It's definitely something big that the devs have been planning for a year that is still getting teased today. So I can only assume that it's still in the works, it's still coming. It could obviously just be tying into the new Quarantine game, and maybe the reason it's the Arena of Champions is because maybe we're going to go head to head with each other in a cooperative way. So we're doing our cooperative thing in this, but maybe the faster we do it, the higher in the leaderboards we get. Maybe Quarantine will have quite a competitive side to it, even though it's going to be a co-op game. Or is this something completely separate where there really will be an arena? And we could take anything away from this. This could be a whole new game that we don't even know about yet. It could be Quarantine. It could be freaking Battle Royale with a arena type setup or something crazy where Harry's got us fighting to the death for some reason. It literally could be anything, or it also could be a teaser of Greek operators in year 5. It's all completely open to possibility at this point with the information we have. I'd love to know what you guys think. What's your kind of theory on how this all comes together, what it means, and yeah, is it going to be a letdown or is it going to be something really, really cool? So yeah, I guess the best way to end this video is to ask you guys a question, and that is, what is Project Vision? What is your thoughts on this? I feel like it's not quite Quarantine, but it could be. I feel like it could be something different. It still could be part of Siege, but also it feels like it could be something separate as well. I got no idea, really. But I'd love to know what you guys think is Project R6 Vision. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.